It all started on a bright Monday morning in Crestview High's parking lot, the kind of morning where everyone seemed busy showing off what they had. New shoes, expensive phones, cars their parents bought. But when a quiet girl named Lena Morgan stepped out of a gleaming black sports car, the crowd froze. The girl who usually came to school by bus had just pulled up in a car worth more than everyone's combined. Within minutes, whispers turned to accusations. Did she steal it? Someone murmured. By lunchtime, the bullies had cornered her. Their voices filled with mockery, their phones recording. But when the principal arrived and demanded to see Lena's ID, what they discovered changed everything. No one in that school, not even the bullies, would ever forget that day. Lena Morgan was the kind of girl most people forgot existed. She walked through the hallways quietly, her books clutched tightly against her chest, her head always slightly down. Not from shame, but because she'd learned early on that eye contact invited trouble. Her clothes were simple, always neat but never fashionable. Her shoes had lost their shine. Her backpack had a small tear at the corner that she had carefully stitched herself. She wasn't poor, not exactly, but she never flaunted anything. She lived in a small rented apartment with her aunt, who worked 2 jobs to keep the lights on. Lena's mother had passed away when she was 8, and she had never met her father. Her aunt, kindly but tired, often told her, "Keep your head low, honey. Not everyone wants to see you win." And that's what Lena did. She kept her head low. At school, her silence was mistaken for weakness. The popular crowd, led by Chloe Turner, the cheer captain with a bright smile and a heart colder than ice, loved to make Lena their target. They teased her for her quietness, for her old clothes, for her hand-me-down phone. "Hey Lena, do you even own a mirror?" Chloe would say with her friends laughing behind her. Lena would just smile faintly, pretending not to care. But inside, every word left a bruise. Still, Lena had one secret no one knew, something she never talked about, not even with her aunt. Late at night, when the world was asleep, she'd study online, business, coding and design. She was building something big, something she hoped might one day change her life forever. That Monday morning, everything changed. When Lena arrived at school, she wasn't walking or on the bus. She was driving, a black Aston Martin, sleek, new, and shining like it had just rolled out of a magazine cover. She parked it carefully in the student lot, stepped out calmly, and locked it with a click. Heads turned instantly. The crowd gathered like bees to honey. "Wait, is that Lena?" one student whispered. "No way! She can't afford that!" another said. "That's Mr. Dean's car!" shouted a boy from the football team, pointing across the lot. "He said it got stolen this morning." Lena froze. The accusation hit like a slap. "What?" she said softly. "I didn't steal." But they weren't listening. Phones came out. People started recording. Chloe, of course, was the first to step forward. "Oh, this is too good," she sneered. The quiet charity girl decided to steal a teacher's car. How desperate can you get? Lena tried to explain, but the laughter drowned her voice. The school security guard arrived, followed by the principal. Everyone surrounded her now. "Miss Morgan," the principal said, his voice stern, "is this vehicle yours?" Lena swallowed hard. "It's mine, sir." The crowd exploded in laughter. "Yours," Chloe mocked. "Oh sure, and I'm the Queen of England." The principal folded his arms. "Then show me your ID." "Lena, I want proof." Lena hesitated, her hands trembling slightly. She took a deep breath, opened her backpack, and pulled out a leather card holder. Inside was a sleek silver badge and a laminated ID, marked with an official emblem that made the principal's expression change instantly. He blinked, reading the name twice to make sure it was real. His eyes widened. Then, slowly, he turned toward the crowd. "Everyone," he said firmly, "this car belongs to Miss Lena Morgan. You owe her an apology." The laughter died instantly. Chloe frowned. "Wait, how is that possible?" But before the principal could speak, Lena looked straight at her and said softly, "Because my last name isn't just Morgan. It's Morgan of Morgan Motors, the company that built this car." Silence filled the air so thick you could hear a pin drop. The students stood frozen, their smirks vanishing as the truth sank in. The same girl they mocked for years was the daughter of the late Henry Morgan, founder of one of the biggest luxury car companies in the world. The principal cleared his throat awkwardly. "I think we should step inside my office, Miss Morgan." Lena nodded and followed quietly, her face calm, but inside, her heart pounded. She never wanted the truth to come out this way. She didn't want to be treated differently. All she wanted was a normal life, to be seen for who she was, not for what her father left behind. In the principal's office, he looked at her ID again. "Miss Morgan, this changes everything," he said, still in disbelief. "You never told us you were." Lena interrupted softly. "I didn't think it mattered, sir. I just wanted to study like everyone else." He nodded slowly. "And the car?" "It was my father's," she said quietly. "I restored it myself. I finished the system design that he never got to complete. It was my way of keeping a piece of him alive." When she left the office, the students stared. No one dared to whisper now. Chloe approached her hesitantly. "Lena, I didn't know." Lena looked at her. "You didn't need to know," she said calmly. "You just needed to be kind." Those words hit harder than any insult Chloe had ever thrown. From that day forward, everything changed. Lena wasn't invisible anymore, but she didn't use her name or wealth to boast. Instead, she started a school initiative called